Hello and welcome back to Emily Cat 176. Now, I can never get comfortable. Today I was going to be talking about what's coming up in August, but I'm going to be talking about galleries today because at the National Gallery of Victoria, Winter Masterpiece is up and going for the next few months. French Impressionists. And I've already got a ticket for it. So it made me think about other galleries. So imagine you've come in, you've seen the French Impressionists, and you think, I'd like to see some more exhibitions and some more art. The gallery is on St Kilda Road. You'll go out into St Kilda Road and you'll get the number 6 tram. Because of course in Melbourne we have trams. And you will go to Prahran. Prahran is a inner city suburb of Melbourne. And I just had a look at just to see what galleries were there, and there's quite a few in the one suburb. And I'm going to tell you the names. Of course, the details will be on my website with all the websites. Singularart.com. If you go on there, you can see all these galleries. Yes, so in no particular order, in Prahran, we have Just Africa. Signed and number prints. Fazilla Studio Gallery. Now that's one where children can come and paint, which is wonderful. Art House, South Yarra. Ensemble Fine Art. Sophie Gannon Gallery. Zavanti. Helen Gorey Gallery. And Anna Pappas Gallery. Uplands Gallery, that has Indigenous art. I love Indigenous art. Alison Kelly Gallery, Simnos Gallery, Australia. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 that I know of. And these galleries, not only do they have paint for sale, they have collections, they have exhibitions. As I keep saying, Melbourne is a very arts-loving city. This is just in one suburb. As I said, every year, the National Gallery has a Winter Masterpiece exhibition and it's huge. They get huge crowds. And then you go into an inner city suburb and these are the galleries that are there. And there's one other one I'm going to talk about. The Johnson Collection. It's in Wellington Parade. That's in the CBD. I think it's East Melbourne. Because the Johnson Collection, it is a gallery. It does decor, it does fashion, etc. But also, at the moment, it has Swagger, Gentlemen of Fashion. That's running till the 28th of September. They also have lectures. So, for example, they have Soiree in the Stacks on the 15th of August, 6 to 8 p.m. And I'm going to go to one of their lectures just to see what it's like. So this is the thing with a lot of the things in Melbourne. I go to the suburban art centres and they often have paintings up. There's a collection up because they're art spaces as well. We have a lot of street art in Melbourne. Frankston, you can actually do a walking tour of street art. Because it's everywhere, and every time I go to Frankston there seems to be more of it, and it's wonderful. So I wish I could paint. I can't draw. I do paint by numbers. That's the extent of my talent. But I just think, if you're interested in this, and all the suburbs of Melbourne are like this, they've got galleries, and they're not just there to sell art. And a lot of them, they're supporting local artists, which is good. And as I said, the one Uplands Gallery. All our wonderful Indigenous artists. And with that, as I said, you don't paint Indigenous art if you're not Indigenous. Just don't do it. But I do love that art. I actually, around that where I live, when I'm not house sitting, I've got paintings and I change them with the seasons. I don't know if anyone else does that, but I do that. I've got my winter ones up at the moment, and then I put my summer ones up, and then I might put some spring ones up. Because I love art. I love looking at pictures, and I often think, oh, I wish I could do that, but I can't. And I am looking forward very much to the Winter Masterpiece French Impressionists exhibition, because there'll be some stunning pieces there. And if you are in the city, the Ian Potter Museum, that is on Flinders Street, that has Australian art. Sydney Nolan is one of them that's there. And just wonderful. Wonderful. Let me know if your city or town, I don't suppose the towns so much, but those of you that live in cities, do you have this rich art scene like we do in Melbourne? As I've said, because so many people look at it and it is a sporting city, and I love football as much as anyone. But I love the arts, and I can see so much here in Melbourne because we as a city love the arts. So, as I said, if you want to get on a tram, it's the number 6 tram. It goes all the way to Glen Irish. You get off at Prahran. Or you can go to Flinders Street Station and it's on the Sandringham line. Very easy to get to. And I am going to one day when it's nicer weather, because it's too cold at the moment, but a nice spring day, I'm going to spend the day in Prahran and I'm going to visit some of these galleries. Maybe have a spot of lunch there. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do one day. So that's it for Wednesday. As I said, if you want the contact details of these galleries, singularart.com, but also all the websites will be on emilycat176.com. So that's it for the Wednesday video. I'll be back on Friday with a book. There is a new Peter James book coming out, so I'm going to be talking about that. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye.